so mean, though.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we could get the meeting room to order. I will call this meeting of the Enterprise City Council to order. Let the record show that all members of the council are present. If you would, please stand with me for the opening prayer and pledge of allegiance. Mayor Cooper will be given the opening prayer.
May we pray. Most gracious and Heavenly Father, we want to thank Thee for this day and thank Thee for the many blessings that Thou hast bestowed upon us. As we gather here tonight for the business of the city, dear Lord, lead and guide us in the right direction. And we have some youngsters on baseball team that has gone and have done well. We ask You, dear Lord, to bless those boys as well as their families and others that have won different awards. As we move about, let us not forget that You have the first and You have the last. These are the blessings we want to thank You in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Council, you have in front of you the agenda that we discussed in the prior work session. I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda of the meeting as submitted.
I move to approve the agenda of the meeting as submitted.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We will now consider the consent agenda. All matters listed within the consent agenda have been distributed to each member of the council for review, are considered to be routine, and will be enacted by one motion of the City Council with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is desired on an item, that item may be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda by request of a member of the City Council. I now call for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I'll now recognize Mayor Cooper, who will present a certificate to the Hillcrest Elementary School Beta Club in recognition of their numerous awards earned at the National Convention June 10th through 15th, 2024 in Savannah, Georgia.
Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. Usually everyone can hear me. Young man, oh, come on down this way a little bit. Great. So the Hillcrest Beta Club, under the direction of Miss Sarah McClendon, won numerous awards at the National Beta Convention this summer in Savannah. These awards are being held by the students, as you see, and they include the Junior Beta Serves Savannah first place. Also, Junior Songfest 7th place. Junior Jewelry, 10th place. Elementary Spelling Bee, first place. I think we all recognize this young man for the National Spelling Bee. Elementary Scrapbook, 2nd place. Elementary Solo, Duo, and Trio Dancers, 5th place. She did that with such grace, didn't she? 5th grade Spanish, 6th place. Elementary Engineering, 6th place. Elementary Living Lit, 6th place. Elementary Create and Animate, 9th place. And finally, drum roll, the Elementary Voyage of Adventure Award. This award is given to the school that epitomizes the 2023-2024 theme, Voyage of Adventure in Amazing Ways. Hillcrest Beta was recognized for going above and beyond to promote the adventurous spirit in every competition and service project. Guys, that deserves a round of applause. The Hillcrest Beta Club was chartered in 2003 and maintains a yearly membership of about 80 students. The members complete at least 2 service projects a month, as well as participate in state and national conventions and leadership summits. Ladies and gentlemen, your Hillcrest Beta Club, let's give them again a round of applause. And then, of course, Ms. McClendon, we'd love to have you come forward. Mayor, I have a little something for you to give her. Yes, sir. Absolutely, yes, sir. Since they're holding awards, you have to get an award.
It reads, Certificate of Achievement presented to the Hillcrest Elementary Beta Club by the Office of the Mayor of the City of Enterprise for being recognized by the National Beta Club during the National Convention in Savannah, Georgia. To witness whereof I hereby set my hand and cause this seal of the city to be obligated. Dated the 6th day of August, 2024, William E. Cooper, Mayor.
Get over here. If you got an award, kind of hold it close, not over your face, but right up a little bit. One more shot. There we go. Big smiles. All right, guys, thank you so much.
All right, we're going to stay with Mayor Cooper and Blake Moore with Parks and Recreation, who will present certificates to members and coaches of the Enterprise 12U baseball team in recognition of winning the 2024 Braves Country Championship.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. Always good to be with you guys. Usually when I show up, either I want something, Miss Sonia, or we won something. And tonight we won something, and we won something big, and I am over the moon excited about it. Starting off back in January, we're part of an association, you guys hear me talk about it all the time, of ARPA, the Alabama Rec and Park Association. And we were having our annual conference down in Orange Beach back in January, and Steve Brown, who's over our governmental affairs, comes up to me and says, "Hey, you want to go have dinner with the Atlanta Braves?" I'm like, heck yeah, I want to go have dinner with the Atlanta Braves. We're talking about Chipper Jones, and unfortunately it was not Chipper Jones, but it was Greg McMichael, who is also with us tonight, and he's over Braves country. Greg was a pitcher back in the 90s and early 2000 for the Braves. He was with the Atlanta Braves for their 95 World Series. Many of you will remember that, but as I started thinking about, this baseball piece here in Enterprise, and we've jumped around in a couple organizations the past couple years trying to find that right fit. And luckily, I get to serve on a board as the state treasurer for ARPA. Leanne, they made me the state treasurer. You believe that? What? State treasurer, Blake Moore, right? So had the honor of serving on that board with those guys, and tonight, they're actually in attendance with us, and I'll call them up here in just a second, but our executive director for ARPA, Ms. Natalie Norman's here, governmental affairs, Steve Brown's here with us tonight, and we're honored to have them with us. And so we got talking about what this baseball piece means back in Orange Beach and how that looks in the state and how we were going to make this happen, right? And man, this was like the biggest secret that I had to keep under wraps because I wanted to make sure it worked, right? I didn't want to throw something out there and it didn't work. So I got a little nervous about that, and as we're trying to throw this together, and I knew baseball season was right around the corner in March, and trying to throw this season together, I was like, oh man, how is this going to work? Well, luckily we still were able to play our league play and have all-stars, and all of our all-stars went off to state tournaments and had the opportunity from Braves Country to go play in their inaugural Braves Country Championship. And unfortunately, all of them couldn't make it due to time restraints and other things going on, but one team did, and that was our 12U All-Stars who are here with us tonight. And give you a little recap on these guys, a little history. These guys were with us last year as 11U and won the World Series in the U-Trip World Series Championship. So there was no better team, in my opinion, to take the reins and go to Atlanta to play in Braves country. And so tonight, like I said, we've got Greg McMichael here. He is the Senior Director of Braves Alumni and growing the game of baseball. And I'd like to ask Greg at this time if he'd like to come up and say a few words of Braves country, and I think he has a presentation as well.
Thank you, Blake. Yeah, great to be here tonight. We are so excited about what happened in 2024. We launched Braves Country Baseball and Softball, and we had a lot of expectations. We had a lot of excitement about what could happen, but actually seeing it come together. Our goal was 30 parks and 10,000 kids. We ended up with 130 parks and 35,000 kids. So we couldn't imagine the response that we got all across Braves Country, and couldn't be more proud to be here in Enterprise tonight to congratulate the 12 and under team. It was an interesting undertaking for me, coming off as a ball player, but not necessarily one who starts leagues. I felt like that we could do it. We got our executive team behind us to support us, and we ended up with just an incredible season, and we ended up with some great championships. So thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you for believing in us that we could pull this off and being a part of the very first Braves Country Championships. We've got some incredible momentum for 2025. We're looking to double the number of participants. We had 650 All-Star teams. We're looking for around 1,000 to 1,200 this next year. So we're only going to grow it. We're looking for other parks around here to join and be a part of the great time that we had. But yes, we do have a banner here for the team. So if we can grab that for them.
So what the Braves Country has done for us, and we're going to flip it around here in just a second, thank you, is they have made a banner that will hang in our ballpark that these guys can come for years to come, and parents as well. The Enterprise 12U All-Stars inaugural champions of 2024 Braves Country, first ever. So making history, guys. And like I said, we're honored tonight to have our Executive Director of ARPA, Ms. Natalie Norman. I know she'd like to come up. She's proud of you guys as well, and say a few words.
Thank you, Blake. What an awesome night to celebrate these young folks in the community of Enterprise. Mr. Mayor, Council, thank you for all that you do for Parks and Recreation and making your community the best that it is. It's been a pleasure for me to be able to work with your Parks and Recreation Director, Billy Powell, Blake Moore, your Superintendent. They're awesome motivators and advocates for Parks and Recreation. People are looking at communities to move and live. Top 5 on that list is Parks and Recreation. What is there in the community? What is there for my family? What are the outdoor opportunities that I can do? So it's huge, and just thank you so much for putting that emphasis on Parks and Recreation. My colleague Steve Brown, thank you. Greg, thanks. It's been an awesome partnership with Braves Country. So let's get to why we're here tonight and recognize these kids. Congratulations, not only to the Beta Club, but also to the Enterprise 12U boys for bringing home the championship in the Braves Country finals. Thank you for your time, and thank you for what you do each and every day.
Thank you, Natalie. Again, thank you both, all of you, for coming down, Greg from Atlanta and Steve and Natalie from Montgomery today to be here for this championship celebration. I wanted to show you on the screen here, this is some of the things that these guys got a chance to do. They got to go to Truist Park as part of this deal and be on the field that you see on the bottom right and in the stadium. You see their championship picture right after they beat a team from Georgia for the championship. And at the top left, you'll notice some hanging around some Braves legends right there. Front left, a guy by the name of Dale Murphy, some of you may know. And on the right, Glenn Hubbard. So, and then Coach Brock's back there. Somebody hollered ice cream in the picture, and he looked away. So, not real sure what Coach Brock was looking at right there. But awesome opportunity to hang out with the Braves and get that chance. And I know I've never been on a Major League Baseball field, so for these guys to have that chance, making memories that will last a lifetime. So, without further ado, let's get to handing out some certificates, Mr. Mayor, if you're good with that. And I will call your name, guys, and if you will walk forward to receive your certificate. All right, our first one is not with us today, but Nolan Bracewell. Next is Max Buckner. Jude Chrysler. Clay Decker. Elijah Edgington. Grady Gwaltney. John Curry Lyons. Jacob Martin. Rush Riley. Dalton Sizemore. Braxton Vest. Easton Wade. Coach Brock Gwaltney. Coach Randy Riley. Coach Jeremy Sizemore. And Coach Jake Vest couldn't be with us tonight. And so, as we said, you know, Greg, we appreciate you letting Enterprise be part of Braves Country. And we appreciate the banner, and we're going to hang that in our ballpark for years to come. But we want you to remember Enterprise as well as being the first ever to win this thing, okay? So the team got together, and they've got you an Enterprise hat that you can take back to Hotlanta and a baseball signed by the team. And Mr. Mayor, I know you're proud of these guys and want to thank our guests for being here as well tonight.
You know, this is amazing when you have youngsters doing something well like this. And nowhere else in the world would it happen here in the City of Progress, Enterprise, Alabama. So again, congratulations to the children, congratulations to the parents, congratulations to the coaches, and to, I think, I see some of the Alabama Athletic Association back there. Yeah, Stan, let me recognize that. Glad to have you. Mr. Edmund, yeah, good to have you with us. Yeah, good. So I have something special for our guests.
The mayor is presenting each one of our guests tonight a coin of the city in token of our appreciation for everything that they do for not only our state, but for the City of Enterprise and Parks and Rec as well. So, guys, if you will come down front and we'll get ready to take the picture. So, I'm forgetting, I'm sorry, I'm getting up in age and I'm starting to forget things. I said this is Braves country, right? Well, we can't take a picture with the mayor and the council without being Braves country. So guys, y'all want to help me out here and pass these hats out to the mayor and council? Each one of them get a Braves hat right there. You got to wear this for the picture now. We're Braves country. And you wore your blue polos tonight, so Braves colors. Way to go. Okay. How we look? We got our hats on? Got our hats on. They fit. One size fits most. Okay. All right, let me see how we look. Hold on. We're missing one thing. Now, last year, if you remember, you got a little bling, right? Well, Councilman Goolsby, I think you made the comment that it might have been your first ever championship ring. Well, that just couldn't sit well with me. So, guys, come over here and help. I know you just positioned them for a picture. We got to get this. We got to get this picture complete. So, these boys went to Braves country and won championship rings. Well, they said, Mr. Blake, we gave them rings last year when we won. I said, you're right. They need a little extra bling. So tonight, our council and mayor will receive Braves championship rings from the 12U championship team. Might have to put it on your pinky finger. Okay. All right. Where's our banner? We need our banner. I'm sorry. We're going to have a council meeting tonight. I promise you. All right, and I'm going to ask Natalie, the coaches, where'd Steve go and Greg? Where you guys at? Jump in with us.
We're not gonna be able to. Cindy, y'all gotta take one and then go. They keep adding. Just stay right here, they'll duck. Every other time.
Okay, so do not try to hide because we'll keep taking pictures. So if you got a certificate, just kind of hold it about chest level. Do not hide behind the banner. There we go. Are we good? Hang on one second. Okay, ready, set. Everybody keep smiling. Keep smiling. Please just forward. Smile. Smiling. Keep smiling. Got lots of parents out here. Lots of photographers. If anybody wants to move, we can move you. No, just wait. Got a nice tall mom back there. You gotta hold it up. This is what happens when you move. Doing good. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Now keep smiling straight forward. Everybody good? All right. You there?
Thank you. And one more thing. So there's one person that really makes a lot of this happen for us, and a lot of times she tells me no, and I joke around with her a lot. And last year she didn't get no bling, but she is in charge of making sure I have what I need. So I want to make sure our CFO Miss Leanne Schwartz also receives a ring tonight.
You can keep your hat on, son.
All right, thank you, Mayor and Blake, and congratulations to everyone that was recognized this evening. So we are now at the part of the meeting called Privilege of the Floor. This allows anyone that is present here this evening that wishes to address the council 3 minutes to do so. Is there anyone that wishes to address the council tonight? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to staff reports. Do we have any staff reports that were unable to be given during our work session? All right, don't see any of those either, so we will move on to old business. So first item on old business is a public hearing and consideration of ordinance 070224 for Longleaf Properties LLC rezone. I call for a public hearing prior to consideration of ordinance 070224, providing for the rezoning of 71.84 acres of land owned by Longleaf Properties LLC from RT, which is Townhouse Residential District, to PRD, which is Planned Residential District, located on County Road 622. This public hearing is now open. Is the applicant or their representative here that wants to present the project?
I'm David White, Boyd Engineering LLC.
And I'm Kay Brunson, Board Engineering LLC.
This is our first time, both of us here in front of y'all, so please give us a little bit of grace here as we work through it. We are just presenting the project. We believe that everything has been done in accordance, and we are just requesting that the rezoning be granted from the RT Townhouse Residential to a planned residential district.
All right. Is that all you have for now? You'll have if there's any questions that come up, you'll have an opportunity to answer those.
As for right now, I believe that would be it at this
Okay.
point.
All right. Staff, do you have any comments?
Council, so this development is just to give some history on it. So this was a subdivision that's already been built out. It's already went through final plat, so forth and so on. And they're coming back to change the zoning from the RT, from the townhouse, to a planned residential development. A planned residential development is something that the developer can do to basically set lot sizes, setbacks, and things like that that they need to make the development work, and in exchange for that, they lock in a plan for what they're going to do with the area, which includes amenity areas. So the engineering department has reviewed this plan. They have amenity areas that they're now locked into doing if this becomes approved. It does increase the number of lots over there. But from Planning Commission, we had a favorable recommendation, and from staff, we also have a favorable recommendation.
All right. Thank you. Are there any members of the public that wish to speak for or against the development or the requested rezone? All right. Seeing none, we will now close the public hearing, and I will call for consideration of ordinance 070224.
I move to adopt ordinance 070224.
I have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance 070224. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
We'll now review and consider ordinance 071624A, the Brightspeed franchise. I call for consideration of ordinance 071624A, providing to grant a non-exclusive franchise to Brightspeed to construct, install, operate, and maintain a telecommunications system in, under, along, over, and across the present and future streets, alleys, and public ways of the City of Enterprise. The franchise agreement is for a term of 15 years with a franchise fee of 3% of the annual gross revenues. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance 071624A. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll now have a public hearing in consideration of an ABC license request for Par and Pour. I call for a public hearing prior to consideration of a request from Par and Pour LLC, doing business as Par and Pour, for an alcohol service special retail more than 30 days license located at 110 Easy Street. This public hearing is now open. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak for or against the request? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Allie. This is my husband Mike. We're opening Par and Pour downtown, so
Right.
we just wanted to say we're for it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yes,
All right.
that's it.
All right, well, you're welcome to have a seat. If anything comes up, we can call y'all up for questions. Thank you. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak for or against the request? All right, seeing no one, I will now close the hearing and call for a motion.
I move to approve the ABC license request as submitted.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the ABC license request as submitted. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, we'll now move on to new business to review and consider Resolution 080624, the acceptance of deeds for the Veterans Home. I introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 080624 concerning the acceptance of deeds from the Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs and Industrial Development Board of the City of Enterprise, Alabama, related to real property located at and near the real property comprising the Command Sergeant Major Benny G. Atkins Veterans Home, including for purposes of accepting and dedicating street and road rights-of-way. Resolution 080624 authorizes the mayor to accept deeds on behalf of the city from the Department of Veterans Affairs and Industrial Development Board of the city as to real property comprising, among other real property, the rights-of-way for the newly established Veterans Parkway, which will serve the Veterans Home and the newly modified Dozier Road, and to dedicate and accept ownership and maintenance of the said rights-of-way, along with officially naming said rights-of-way and accepting street light improvements related thereto. In a height of caution, the city attorney has recommended that if the council wishes to consider and pass this resolution, to first suspend the rules so that the resolution can be immediately considered and voted upon. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules so we can immediately consider this resolution?
I make a motion that we suspend the rules so that the resolution can be immediately considered and voted on.
Second. I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. Is there any further discussion concerning suspending the rules? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The rules are now suspended so we can immediately consider Resolution 080624, which is the acceptance of deeds regarding the Veterans Home. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Can you plainly state your motion to adopt Resolution 080624? I assume that's what you're referring to.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt Resolution 080624. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll now consider authorizing a memorandum of agreement with United Aero Group Alabama regarding ARF services. I call for a motion to authorize the fire chief to execute a memorandum of agreement with United Aero Group UAG Alabama for for Aircraft Rescue and Firefighting, ARFF, emergency services at Enterprise Municipal Airport. The agreement lays out the procedures in the event of a potential or actual emergency on or near the hangar operations of UAG, Alabama. The term of the agreement is for 1 year. Do I hear a motion?
Move to authorize the fire chief to execute the memorandum of agreement as submitted.
Second. I have a motion and a second to authorize the fire chief to execute this memorandum of agreement. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We now consider a request to utilize fund-raised monies from Main Street Enterprise regarding trash receptacles. I introduce and call for consideration of a request from Main Street Director Mariah Montgomery to use fund-raised money to purchase 5 34-gallon gloss black trash receptacles with side openings at a cost of $12,116.40. All funds were raised by Main Street Enterprise and intended for downtown beautification projects. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to utilize the fundraised monies as requested. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We will now recess the regular session so that we can convene into an E911 board meeting. Let the record show that all members of the board are present. The first item on the agenda is to review of the minutes of the July 2nd, 2024 board meeting. I call for a motion to approve the July 2nd, 2024 E911 board meeting of the minutes as submitted.
Move to approve the E911 board meeting minutes as submitted.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We now consider the approval of the accounts payable A for July 2024. I call for a motion to approve accounts payable A for July 2024 in the amount of $4,681.06. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the accounts payable A in the amount of $4,681.06.
We have a motion and a second to approve accounts payable A. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The E911 board meeting will stand adjourned, and we will reconvene in the regular session of the Enterprise City Council. Mayor, do you have a report for us?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. I want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that we're in the hurricane season. Now is the time to prepare, check on your family and friends, and ensure they have supplies and a plan if and when severe weather may be headed our way. Congratulations to the Enterprise City Administrator, Jonathan Tullis, for being selected for the upcoming Leadership Alabama class. We're proud to have Jonathan represent our city among other executives across the state. I would also like to offer my congratulations to the Hillcrest Beta Club and the 12 and under Braves country champions, as well as their families, parents, and guardians. We thank you for your support and for pouring into our youth. Tomorrow is back to school for Enterprise. I encourage everyone to be mindful of the buses and to follow the rules of the road. Please keep an eye out for those walking to and from school. And please pay attention to our school crossing guards. We want everyone to have a safe school year. As a former educator, I also would like to send my best wishes to the faculty and staff. It takes a special type of person to teach and inspire our students, and we are fortunate to have the best of the best here in Enterprise. Let's make it a great year. The Enterprise Park and Rec Department has put out a community survey seeking feedback related to fitness programs at the new rec center and aquatic center. You can find that link on our website. Peavy Park is closed for improvements, and construction is moving along at the Enterprise City Hall. We thank our citizens for their patience as we continue to live up to our name as a city of progress. Now to the upcoming events. Remember, Enterprise Farmer Market is open year-round on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We also have live music downtown at the Nook every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. through the end of August. Make plans to join us for the Alabama Sweet Tea Festival at the Enterprise Civic Center and Festival Field on August 17th from 3 to 9 p.m. for the sweetest event in town. As always, you can stay up to date with the latest news from the city through our website about following the City of Enterprise on the social media. Thank you.
Good to see everyone tonight, and kudos to everyone receiving recognitions and honors tonight, including Mr. Tullis. And thank you, Mr. Blake, for our bling and our gear. We're stacking up pretty big. I see I'm gonna have to get a ring case soon. But thanks to all of our staff for all that you do, and everyone have a good night.
Councilman Goolsby.
It was great to see all this group of young people here tonight, the baseball team and the Beta Club. It's great for our city to be able to recognize these young folks. Thank everybody for coming tonight.
Councilman Paget.
Like everyone else has said, congrats to all those that won awards tonight, the Beta Club, the All-Stars, and Parks and Rec. Great job for all that you do, as well as all the rest of our city employees. And just like to wish everyone a happy National Root Beer Float Day.
Councilman Johnson.
Right. Well, I would like to thank everyone for coming tonight. And thank you for all our citizens that are watching online. And it is awesome to see all these young people here with the Beta Club and the U12 team. I played baseball in high school and college and got close, but never got a ring. Had to come here, so it's great, and I'll add that to my collection. But again, thank you to all our city workers. They go out there each and every day, no matter what the weather's like, and make our city as wonderful and as beautiful as it is, from our parks to all the streets out there to everybody downtown, all our first responders. Thank you for everything you do each and every day. God bless.
Yeah, ditto what everybody has said. Certainly congratulations to everybody. Like Sonia said, including our city administrator, Mr. Tullis, certainly well-deserved recognition, and I know that'll be a worthwhile endeavor that he's taken part of. And our youth, and thank you to our regulars out here for sticking through with us. Maybe we need to get y'all a ring or something for perfect attendance at our council meetings. But thank y'all. But we will stand adjourned. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
JL, this is as soon as you take it. Yeah.
It's already all been said.
But